I am officially done with the Los Angeles Lakers. And I came up with this resolution when I was having my Starbucks this morning. White chocolate mocha, 6 pumps of vanilla. You can't go wrong there, you know? Great. Not too sweet, not too much coffee. Definitely wakes you right up. But I'm not done cheering for them. All right. In fact, I hope nothing but the best for these guys as soon as more as the season goes. All right. I'm just saying I'm done with the expectations. Okay. And as you see the picture I have for today, you'll know that is the ultimate high life moment that us Laker fans have had since 2010. LeBron, as I just said, is my all-time favorite player, so I'm never going to stop tuning in and cheering for them. But the expectations of the Lakers going above and beyond and winning a championship this year, I think are dwindling down to a 0 out of 10. And here's why. The Lakers got rid of some key aspects this past offseason, that being Kyle Kuzma, that being Alex Caruso, and they picked up a lot of so-called good pieces this offseason in Russell Westbrook, bringing back Rondo, bringing back Dwight, bringing back Avery Bradley, signing Kendrick Nunn, Trevor Ariza. And on paper, this team looks stacked, all right? They're 16-16 right now. They should be, honestly, with the team they have on paper, they should be about 32-5, okay? It's just that simple. They should have a better record than what they have now. But the struggle is come in ways I never thought would happen. Okay, it's just mind-boggling to me because LeBron was out for a few stretch of games. And in those stretch of games he was out, we lost to teams that we should have beat. Okay, we lost to the Thunder, where we blew a 19-point lead in one game and then a 26-point lead in the other. Who does that? Who does that? And being a storied franchise like we are, that is something completely out of the character, out of the ordinary in the Lakers franchise. It's just a fact, and is totally had me befuddled when that happened. Now, I try to be a believer in Russell Westbrook. I even made a video that I eventually took down on why he is in the NBA. I'm not going to name names, but he reminds me of a player that I used to play with where he would just go into the lane, dribble, and then throw the ball straight out of bounds. I mean, how are you in the NBA when you turn over the ball so much? I know a lot of these coaches harp on defense, but defense can only take you so far. And Russell Westbrook seems to be so nonchalant about him turning over the ball that he just doesn't care about the betterment of his game and of the team. He had a quote the other day saying, okay, I take what the game gives me, something like that. The quote that he made the other day was just like, okay, why would you say something like that? It just proves that he doesn't care about the team. He doesn't care about the long term, the grand scheme of things. He just cares about averaging a triple-double for his Los Angeles Lakers. A lot of people don't know he grew up in Los Angeles. He has a chance to go win a ring, and he is not doing what it takes to get there. They're about the 7th, 8th seed in the West. They could make the play-in, but we all know when you're in the play-in, good things don't happen for you if you come out of that play-in tournament. So that's the big problem. I try to be a believer, but Russ turns over the ball too damn much. Then we get into Anthony Davis. And this is one name whom I never thought would ever be in this sentence or me uttering these words out, because Anthony Davis is playing like straight garbage, especially in all those games LeBron was out. When LeBron was out, we thought, okay, Anthony Davis is going to have the keys, he's going to drive the engine, and we're going to get to a better record. That's not the case. Anthony Davis, I don't know what's going on with him, but he had an amazing first season with the Lakers that resulted in a title. His shooting was off the charts. In the bubble, he could not miss a three. Now that he's gotten out of the bubble and we've gotten more back into the normal of COVID, out of COVID, he has become a shell of himself almost. I know he's always been injury prone, and that's one thing I've been truly worried about. But at the end of the day, this guy can't seem to get it together. When he was in the bubble and a little bit outside of the bubble, he was doing some great things. He helped us win the title. Let's not forget that one shot he had, Game 4 against Miami, to put him up 3-1. I mean, he made the ultimate three that gave us a commanding 3-1 lead. And that ever since then, he thought he could shoot threes, when instead he's more of a post guy. And even when he's down in the post, he's not as aggressive as we're used to seeing him. He needs to become the New Orleans Pelicans Anthony Davis, the Anthony Davis that we had in the first year where he was in Los Angeles, because that guy could not be stopped. And then I thought, with bringing back Rondo and all these other guys that helped us win a title, that Coach Frank Vogel would play them a lot more. But that case now is he just doesn't seem to. Like, I don't know what's wrong when you get an Isaiah Thomas on a 10-day contract. He plays one game coming off the bench in Minnesota. Then on Sunday in Chicago, he's starting. Same thing happened with Avery Bradley when the Warriors put him on waivers. We picked him back up. And then I think 2 games later, he was in the starting lineup. You know, it's just frustrating because the potential of this team is unmatched to other teams. They should be at least the number 1 seed and at worst the number 3 seed in the West right now, but we can't seem to beat the Kings. We can't seem to defeat the Thunder. We can't seem to defeat the Timberwolves. When the Timberwolves beat us, they act like they won the Western Conference Finals. I mean, that just goes to show those guys can't win a game to save their life. I said before the Lakers would be in the conference finals against the Warriors. I don't see that happening anymore. All right. Many people thought that if Anthony Davis was healthy, the Lakers would have beat the Suns. Now I don't see that happening at all. The record is 16-16. Our longest win streak of this season so far is 3 games. We haven't won 5 in a row. We haven't won 7 in a row. We've only won 3 in a row. Sound like Baby Bear. Only won 3 in a row. Okay? That is blasphemy. Anthony Davis ain't playing good. And LeBron last night put up 34 points and he has no help. This is extremely reminiscent to LeBron's last year in Cleveland, the 2017-2018 season when LeBron was bringing back the gang, basically. He bought in Isaiah Thomas, whom they trade for Kyrie Irving to get. Bought in Jay Crowder. Bought in Dwayne Wade, his former running mate in Miami. And then what happened? Same thing's happening now as it was back in 2017. They couldn't put a string of wins together. And what happened? LeBron traded away his old core. He traded Dwayne Wade and all those guys that got bought in for a younger core. I do see that happening here now. I do see LeBron getting rid of Westbrook. I do see the Lakers just getting rid of all but one, and that's Carmelo Anthony. I would not be surprised if they get rid of Anthony Davis unless he gets his poop in a group and decides to go back to the old AD. But you get what I'm saying? This is just extremely reminiscent to LeBron's final year in Cleveland when he was the star. He was the running mate. He's always been the running mate. But now it's showing even more. In his 19th year in the league, he is playing the best 19th year that a pro basketball player has ever had, averaging 30 points in his past few games. LeBron is carrying the team similar to all the teams he's carried in the past. He doesn't have a Chris Bosh anymore. He doesn't have a Dwayne Wade. He doesn't have a Kevin Love. He doesn't have a Kyrie Irving. And if he did, I'm pretty sure LeBron wouldn't be playing all the minutes that he has been. I don't see how this can get any better. I know Kendrick Nunn isn't back yet, and maybe he can help us do something. Trevor Ariza played his first game back on Sunday night. That didn't seem to do anything. Just all these guys that these analysts are saying are going to come in and do something good for us. Nothing has shown. And I know it takes time, but we're a third of the way through the season. Many people say Christmas Day is when the season truly starts. Christmas is in 4 days, 3 days, whatever. We play the Brooklyn Nets, who are one of the top 3 teams in the East, and Kyrie Irving is coming back. You mean to tell me that we're going to beat those guys if we can't even beat a mediocre team when we're mediocre ourselves? We're long enough into the season to the point where, okay, we know what this team officially is. Now, we know you get into the playoffs, and the Jazz are a perfect example. They could have the best record in the West, and then they'll go on and lose in the second round. But I don't even think the Lakers will have a chance to prove themselves in the playoffs. And if they do, they'll be swept right away because they rely too much on LeBron. The moment LeBron leaves the court to get a breather, to just get a sip of water, Lakers are down 15. Lakers are down 11. Lakers are down 13. It's unacceptable. It is truly unacceptable. And I don't know what Anthony Davis does, but that homie really needs a sports psychologist, sports physician, just something to help him not get injured. Because that guy, I'm pretty sure, has been injured in every season he has played. But we're more into the season to understand who the Lakers are. And they're just a mediocre team. They don't have the guys that LeBron had in Cleveland in order to get them over the hump and even get to the conference finals. So I said before, if these problems are still going on around All-Star break, then I will be completely off the Lakers. But I hate to say it, that time has come and that time is now. And I just don't see how it's going to get any better. We got to win at least 20 games in the next few months. Remember that time when LeBron was on the Heat and they had a 27-game win streak? Yeah. I think the Lakers need one of those. Because if we get one of those, we'll be the number 1 seed in the East. Then we can coast like we have been. But I don't know if the Lakers have the syndrome of, all right, we're that good on paper. Are we there at the finals yet, even though the season barely started? It sucks. I'm just being real. I need to stop thinking things are going to get better. Things are going to get better. They're going to beat this team. They're going to go on a run and beat that team, and then we're going to win a few in a row. No. It's time I be real with myself. It's time I be real with all you guys. And just come out here and flat out say the Lakers are done. And unless they go out and get Damian Lillard or go on a hot win streak, I don't see them doing anything. And in May, June, I'll just be watching basketball as a pure student of the game. With LeBron just not being in the finals, and it won't be the same. It won't be the same without LeBron in the playoffs. And it looks like we're just going to have to deal with another year of that. And I'm just going to have to go to my therapist, and I'm going to be on that couch a lot because my life is on the line. It seems like every night I cheer for these guys. Please give me a like and subscribe, especially for more basketball videos. Check out my newest videos right here. It's your boy Hollywood AJ. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep it 100. I'm out.